I'd been knocking for several hours and I was walking down the street with somebody and the manager came up and said, I'll not say exactly what he said, but it wasn't very complimentary about why was I still knocking on doors at midnight. That was my first night, and most people don't get through that. They just give in. So that was this type of resilience that has got embedded in me. And then I started my first business when I was 19. I went on to another company with alarms and I became the Southern Sales Director there. I was running about 100 people when I was 19, 20. And then I started my first company probably about 2021. So, and that was it.
Yeah. And you spoke about that resilience, right? Where does that come from?
I had quite a tough upbringing. So my father, it is my father, but it was not my natural father. He was really quite tough. Not tough in a physical way, but in a mental way, and would push quite hard with some things, perhaps not warranted in many areas. So when you grow up with that type of environment, you either struggle or you become quite resilient. And I think there was a lot of that. But also, I think a lot of it was a sort of a natural thing because I remember when I was 14, 15, I just wanted to be a professional golfer. So, I was pretty good at school, but I'd literally go out in the rain, the snow, and I would just be focused on that's what I wanted to do. Hours and hours and hours. So I've just got that. And I think, people call it ADHD now, and I have a version of that. And I think it's, people use it as a little bit of a crutch where they'll say, if you've got this, it's a problem. I actually think it's a bit of a superpower. If you have the version that I have, I find it difficult to focus on things that are not of interest. But when something is of interest, it's like hyper focus.